So, hey guys, I wanted to give you a chance for those of us that don't know much about the NFL web software here for the drafting. It's very basic. You have your players listed up here. I know I haven't used this software. I don't know if any of you guys have. Like I said, the draft's going to go in about 10 seconds here. And I want to do a quick 2-round mock just to show you what it looks like. You're going to have the players listed here. You're going to have the board listed here if you want to go to the actual board. You cannot move this to its own screen that I have found. Maybe if you open up 2 of these little screens here, then it'll probably allow that. These little flags on this side over here are your queue. If you go over here, it'll show your roster configuration. It'll show your queue, who you have in your queue. All right, so I'm pick 5. When my pick comes up, it turns green. Now, these little plus signs are, of course, how you draft the player. You will not get, in most software I've done, you actually get to you click on the person, and then you say, yes, commit. With these, you do not. So once I hit the plus, bam, it automatically just goes and drafts the player. So obviously, if there's a mistake, you got to be really careful about that. I'm hoping tomorrow I will get maybe a couple little icons here to maybe as a commissioner undo a pick or something like that. There's an error. I gave out my phone number so everybody could see what happens and such like that. If you have an issue, you can just simply text me or call me and say, hey, look, I lost connection. I have an issue. Our clock right here will be 60 seconds. So that should give plenty of time for everybody to go through the different screens they want to go through. List them, obviously, in their ranking. This is NFL.com's ranking. You can make this change, of course, on your own page if you want to go through and make the actual change. You can search by name like normal. I got it and all. I have no one in queue. So let's put a couple people in the queue just to show you what it looks like. See, you put a bunch of people in the queue. It goes right here. If you time out for whatever reason being, it will go by your queue. So if for some reason you have to step away for a second while you're doing the draft and you want to make sure that it doesn't draft by the NFL rankings, simply put the players in the queue and the ranking you would want them taken. If you have to step away or such like that, it'll automatically take that player first. It will not go by through this. And I'll show you that right now. I'm about to come up and I'm going to put these 2 players. So Godwin is on my list, but Kelsey is definitely the next ranked. So once this gets down to 0, it's going to take Godwin instead of Kelsey. It'll also change my color to yellow, I believe, putting me on auto pick for the future. If you want to get off auto pick, you got to simply click the auto pick. So let's let this go. 5 seconds. Goes to yellow. So now it took my player Godwin and removed him from here. And I'm on auto pick now. Now to get off auto pick, obviously you got to go and you got to click the little icon to get back off auto pick and you're back to blue and such. There'll be another little box right here that'll say our rules. So if you have any questions about rules and lineup configurations and such like that. Let's see what else. Like I said, here's the draft board and what it's actually going to look like. I'm assuming I can put this over here. I'll put it over there to my second screen. I'm curious now if I can actually get in. I don't know if I can get back in now to that mock draft. Since this is a mock draft, I'm not sure if it'll let me in. It may do a little different for when we actually have picks. I'm hoping I can log in and put the draft board for those of us that use a second screen on the second screen and then log in under here so I can actually see how it's going through there. I don't know if for a fact that you can do that yet. You click on here for the players, here for the board, players. If anybody has any questions or has any needs of any kind for this software, again, it is incredibly basic. Very boring, but it's there. It's easy to use, and, it's free site, so what can you expect? A little trash talk in here for the chat room and such like that. All right, so I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good luck. Anybody has any questions, just text me or put a little message in the THP site. Talk to you then. Bye.